Welcome back, everyone. Great to have you here today on our Mindset and Motivation Monday, my favorite way to start the week. Excited to get into today's topic because it's one that I think that many people, hopefully listening to this show, will relate to, and also something that you may be able to teach others in your life. Because as I always say, once you've accomplished your hopes, your dreams, your goals, and that doesn't mean that you're totally satisfied with where you want to be in life. Maybe you do know that there's a new level waiting for you. But at the same time, once you've reached a new level of success, why not help teach those people maybe one notch below? You're looking to carry them up, lift them up. Of course, they have to do the work, but knowing that you could be an inspiration to them, a motivation to them could be really helpful because everybody's always looking for a coach, a mentor, or some type of inspiration just to let them know that it is possible, right? And it is absolutely possible. So whatever you are looking to achieve, you can absolutely do that because you can draw back on opportunities and chances and things that you've had come true in your life that maybe you never expected before. I can certainly do that in my own life. I never thought I'd be able to open a wellness center one day. I never thought I'd be able to overcome the health challenges I had. I never thought I'd be able to teach online. These different things that I've been able to achieve in my life. I didn't necessarily think that those were possible, but I was able to build off of them because I started with one step and then move on to the next. And then, okay, I accomplished that. Well, if I accomplish that, maybe I could do this next thing. And so that maybe is always what I kept open in my mind. And it's actually the first sign that you will be successful. Again, please keep in mind that everyone's level of success is subjective. It is their own, and you should never compare yourself to anyone else. The unhappiest you will ever be when you have some type of what Melissa Ambrosini calls comparisonitis, right? You never want to compare yourself to another. It's simply your life, your goals, your dreams, nobody else's, right? And if someone put those thoughts in your mind as an adult, we have to say, okay, that was given to me as a child. I no longer choose to accept that. That is okay. That's okay for someone else, but it's not my life. It's not what I want specifically. So the first one is this. It's basically using the word maybe. I mean, it really is. It's saying, well, maybe I'd be able to achieve that. I don't yet know how, but maybe I am able to draw off of past experiences or someone else's experiences where they could teach me, such as that coach or mentor, to be able to achieve what they have that I'm looking to create that same type of success. So that first sign is keeping a curious mind and being open to all new ideas, and that includes those for yourself. Sometimes we believe other people can achieve things, but not us, because we grow up with these ideas that, oh, well, no one else in my family was able to achieve X, Y, and Z. And again, health, wellness, body transformation, relationships, career, finances, spirituality, you name it, right? It's like, well, yes, those things are possible for other people, but not for me and my people, right? But why? Why is that? In every single family, there is one person, right? Now there can be multiple, but there's one person that can break free, and they can be that person that can hopefully share then hope with others in their own family and friends and community, etc. Because again, the job and the goal is to always start small and then move out from there. My goal with myself was to open up, the first functional medicine, integrative health, wellness practice in Boston. That was it. Okay, let me serve my community the best that I can based on what I know helped me and all the people that I've worked with essentially in the past. Great. And then after that, the word can spread. But start with your family, yourself, your community, and then again, allow it to spread from there. But the first sign that you're going to be successful is that you're curious. You're actually open to listening to podcasts like this one and many others. You're open to reading books. You don't say, oh, well, it's only this diet or nothing, right? Oh, well, if you're not following the latest keto diet, carnivore diet, whatever diet it might be, you're not doing it right. Well, again, let's think about bioindividuality. Let's think about how this might help someone for a certain period of time, but maybe it's not the best long-term diet. Let's just keep our minds open, right? But success is, you have to think of, and I always go back to this on our Monday shows, is what's important to you, right? What is success to you? And if you haven't outlined that yet, please go back to my previous Mindset of Monday, Motivation Monday shows to know what the goal is. If you don't have a target, right? If you don't have a map for where you want to get to, it's going to be difficult to achieve that. So again, at least in the beginning, pick one, pick it based on improving relationships or improving health or improving your overall body or improving your career or improving your spirituality. Pick one of those main areas and then narrow it down even tighter from there. Okay, so really important that you look at those things so that you know what we are applying these 5 signs you're going to be successful to. Because not everybody's curious in all areas of your life, but they're curious in the areas that most likely are going to lead them to great success, right? I mean, that's the thing. Like if you're curious about health and it is one of your goals, it's a good sign that you're going to get there, that you're going to be a success in achieving your health. Let's keep going down the list. Number 2 is this, is that you finish things that you start. Right? That's another sign of being successful in any area that you apply it to. This is big, right? So like if you start a project and you don't finish it, you start the next one, you don't finish it, you start a book and you don't finish it, you start the next one, you don't finish it. The problem is that you're essentially wiring your mind to begin things but not complete them. Really, really important. I say that to, I say that to my daughters all the time as well. It's like, okay, they're doing their homework and they're like, well, we only have to complete this many out of it. I said, yes, but you're training yourself to do the minimum. You're training yourself not to complete your work. And they're like, well, it doesn't matter. We don't do. And I'm like, listen, you don't want to train your mind to do the minimum. If you train your mind to do the minimum, that carries with you each and every week, month, and year. And then what do you think that you do? Do you think you just kind of snap out of it as an adult? You don't. So if we learn these things during childhood, we have to understand as an adult, it's time to rewire that mind. So when you were younger, if you weren't used to completing projects, I understand. It's like sometimes that's kind of ingrained into us in school and community, families, etc. So what we have to do is we have to say, no, I am a person, right? I am. So use that word, or that phrase, it's very powerful. And then what comes after it? I am someone that completes what I start. I am someone that finishes what I start. Now, if you get down the road and you're exploring something, you're like, you know what? I'm not going to finish this because I learned that this is not for me. Now that's okay too, because you came to a finality, right? You came to a point where you said, I'm done with this. It wasn't that you left it undone. No, you finished it because it's not for you. And it's most likely that you just didn't complete it. So you pivoted. You went from starting this let's say it was a fitness program and it was a 12-week program. And you knew after 6 weeks, like, listen, this isn't for me. It's hurting my knees. I'm waking up inflamed every day. I'm not getting the results I want. No, you learned from that, right? You don't need to finish it and create more inflammation. But here's what you can do. You're going to pivot. Oh, so now I know that I'm not someone that's able to do 5 days a week of workouts with no days of rest and then just taking the weekends off, right? Like that doesn't work for my body. So what are you going to do? Well, you're not going to stop working out, right? But you're going to say, I'm going to do Monday, Wednesday, Friday programs and then stay active on the weekend. Okay, but you're shifting that into that. So that is not completing what you started. That's actually learning, right? That's being very smart about it. All right. The third one is this. You are hanging around with and associating with people that are where you want to already be in life. I love this one. This was one by, who made this famous? I think, was it Napoleon Hill? I'm going to do a whole podcast on this because I really do love the topic, that you are the sum of the 5 people you spend the most time with. Now, I think that there are nuances to this because once you get to a place where you want to be, it's often challenging to hang around with those same types of people day in and day out because you know what? They're busy doing, running their life as well. And that because they're doing all the things that they love. So I understand that. I see that. But you do have to up-level your overall, I want to use the word vibration, but I know it won't hit with everybody. So it's more your psychology. It's like when you're around a bunch of people who all want to, let's say, put on muscle. Well, what are you going to do? If you're meeting with those people, let's say 3 or 4 times a week in the gym, what are you doing? Are you telling me that you're not getting enough protein? You're not eating the diet that you should? You're not taking your nutritional supplements? You're not trying to get your sleep? No, because you're all on the path to trying to put on, let's say, 5 pounds of muscle in the next 4 months. I don't like whatever you want to qualify it as, right? Like everybody has the same goal, right? Or you just want to gain overall 10 to 15 pounds. Let's say that. So like that's the goal. Or if the goal is weight loss and you're hanging around with people who all want to lose weight, well, then are you not following your nutrition? You're not trying to optimize your hormones. You're not looking at your thyroid. You're not overdoing things that are lowering your thyroid, right? Like, no, you're focused on those things. And the same thing with career. You might be part of a mastermind or a business coaching group or something that where everybody's trying to reach the same goal. And if you're doing that, the likelihood that you are going to be successful is exponentially greater. And one of the reasons why is it's just always on your mind, right? When something is always on your mind, you tend to focus more on it. It's always why I recommend getting up and looking at your goals and not setting too many goals because your mind can't focus on even like 4 or 5 things at the same time. Choose one, maybe 2. I always say that, and I've talked about that before, but the more that I work with people, the more I understand that setting more than 1, maybe 2 goals each quarter is too much. Now, again, you can do a lot of different things, but I'm talking about major goals that you need to hit. If you can just set 1 or 2, I'm telling you, and you keep that in front of you, you wake up every morning, you've got your journal in front of you, and you're focused, it's going to be difficult not to. And now the other part is just trying to connect with those people, even if it's an online group like cabralsupportgroup.com. It's completely free. And there's over 19,000 people in it. It grows by over 1,000 people per month just organically. You know, you might make connections in there. You might check in with people. All those people are like-minded people who want to improve their overall health, wellness, weight, anti-aging, longevity. It's a really great group of people from all over the world. So you just want to create these groups in your life or join them or be a part of them or hire the coach. That's one more person that's helping you up level your life. And the coach can be in whatever. It could be relationships. It could be career. It could be body transformation. It could be wealth and wellness. So you want to really stay focused on who are those people. They're going to get you to where you want to be. The 4th sign that you're going to be successful is that you're always learning. You can kind of see like the movement throughout these, right? So it's like you're keeping your mind open. Well, you're keeping your mind open to what? Well, new projects that you're going to finish. How do you even find out about these projects? Well, hanging around with other people that are already where you want to be or on the same path. And what are you doing? You're always learning. You're learning about what? Well, you're reading books, you're listening to podcasts. You're basically just learning about the ideas you keep yourself open to, right? Like that's the big thing. And the learning can't stop. It will never stop. And the reason is, and this is an interesting point, is that you're either moving forward or you're moving backwards. I don't really believe in a neutral in life. I don't think you can put the car in neutral. I really don't. I think that it's probably a hill that you're on. It's probably a little bit of an incline. So if you're not purposely a little foot on the gas there, trying to move forward, trying to up-level yourself, you're going to roll backwards. I just see that. It's like this entropy just seeps in life where that if you're not actively trying to work in your relationships, they get worse. If you're not actively trying to work on your body, it gets worse. Same with your health and same with your spirituality and same with your overall career or probably finances as well. So again, that's not my expertise. But if you're not focused on it, if you're not actively working on it to some level, I think you move backwards. And so the always learning part keeps your mind focused on moving forward in any area that you are particularly interested in at that time. So I love that. I'm a big reader. I love to read. It's becoming a lost art now. I'm actually reading books, but listening to books, works as well, as long as you are actively engaged. The thing about reading words on paper is that you're actively engaged. You can't do anything else while you are reading words on paper, right? So that's kind of how I look at it as well. But, everybody has their own way, and I think that that's great as well. All right, the 5th one is this. This really brings it all home. And I believe that even if you only have this one, you'll be able to eventually figure it out. Now, if you don't have the first 4, you'll know that eventually you need them. But if you have this 5th one, I have no doubt. I just have no doubt in my mind that you will be successful in any area of your life that you apply yourself. It's a burning passion. It is a burning desire to succeed in whatever it is that you set your mind to. So like if you have not met that person in your life and you say, I want to find the person that I connect with, that I can spend the rest of my life with, and that is your burning desire, that is your sole focus. Or if your sole focus, like me for many years, was to get well so that I had the energy so I can be in a better mood and so I wasn't as irritable and angry and I could live the life that I wanted to. That's why I tagline of the show is still change your body, change your life. If you can't change your body and you don't have energy and you're in a bad mood all the time, it's really difficult to do the other things in life. So I always try to help people start with health, right? That's really what it's all about. But it can be anything. But if you had that burning desire to succeed, even if it took you 10 years like me, which by the way, it should never take anybody 10 years. Now that we have the internet, we have the free spread of ideas, but in the 90s, we really didn't. And so it took me a long time in the late 90s, early 2000s to figure out what to do, to meet with enough practitioners. But I had a burning desire to get well. And then after that, I had a burning desire and still do to this day to be able to share my message with the world of what I know works, not think works, what I know works now after having seen well over 250,000 client appointments in our practice. And so whatever your burning desire is to improve whatever area of your life that you're looking to up level, that is, in my opinion, the secret sauce to success. Because that burning desire, that passion in your life will keep your mind open to say, okay, what am I missing? What does someone who's already successful or having achieved what I want, what have they already done? That's a very curious question. It's a great one to ask, right? And then you start a program, a protocol, a coaching program, and you see it through, right? You start to go to seminars or conferences or online groups and meeting other people, hopefully in person as well, that are where you want to be. And you start to model maybe some of those things that they've done as well. And then you keep yourself always curious, always learning, reading the books, and questioning, can I get even better? Can this be better? What more can I do in order to have already achieved X, Y, and Z goal? And I'm telling you right now, it's energizing. Like just that alone. I believe it is the passion for getting well and the passion now for sharing my message that is a big part of why I wake up energized. I really believe that. I put out a lot of energy during the day. Again, I work on my overall health to be able to keep that balanced. But I believe that a burning desire in life or a true passion in life, and again, that is all based solely on what you want out of your life. Not for me, not for your family, not for your friends. It's what do you want? And if you can work towards that, even if it's only for 30 minutes a day, an hour a day, if you get to do that, especially in the earlier part of the day, it's going to fuel you and give you the excitement, the passion, the vitality that I believe that most of us are looking for in life. So hopefully today's show was helpful. As I always say, if this show was helpful, please do feel free to share it with anyone else you believe it could serve. Take care, everybody. Have an amazing week.